is a big day in Dolphins land, Marcos, as the Miami Dolphins are interviewing defensive coordinator candidates. And most importantly, Vic Fangio.
Wow.
Yep. The old timer is coming in.
All right.
Coming in, has a little meeting with McCochin, gets wined and dined. And as they say in the interview business, you don't let them leave. You don't let them leave, dude.
Okay, I have heard that though. Actually, I have heard that before. So does this tickle your fancy then? To quote our boy, does this tickle your fancy?
It does tickle my fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
He's got credentials. He's won like an assistant coach of the year. It wasn't a very good head coach, but he was old. He's old, and the Cowboys the Broncos had no QB when he's there. They're trying to do Drew Lock and whatever hodgepodge they had going on there before they paid Mr. Unlimited $1 gazillion dollars.
Yeah.
But his defenses have been good. His defense with the Broncos was good. He has a lot of experience. Apparently McCochin wanted him last year, which, it's an interesting thing. Like they tried it. Like the Dolphins tried an idea. They tried an idea with their defense last year. They said, how about we change nothing? We liked how our defense was last year, which is a theory, but it wasn't without its issues. The year before Flo got let go either. I mean, they did have a huge losing streak in the middle of there. So they keep Josh Boyer around. They kept the front seven much of the same. Even that didn't really go according to plan because, you paid Emmanuel Ogbah. He wasn't really a factor at all this year. So you go into the next season with essentially, the best player from the defense outside of X injured. And this coordinator, which, you stick around, I think the idea of it was this. You have a new head coach. His whole identity and his whole mission was so focused on Tua and the offense, on top of the fact that he had never called plays before, on top of the fact that this is his first head coaching gig. Take as much off his plate as possible. Now, I'm not saying with Vic there, Mike McDaniel's going to be out there, calling blitzes. I'm just saying, I think they were just trying to put as little in him to focus on, and just so he could put all of his energy into the Dolphins offense and their quarterback. And I don't know how much he liked working with Josh Boyer. I'm not saying there was beef, but it's just probably a weird situation. It's weird when we see new salespeople walking around. Who are those guys? I think they probably say the same thing when they see me, on the 3 days that they're there. So I'm like, I'm just saying it could be an awkward situation from time to time. So I think that's probably why you get to this point where, it's a guy that I have a good relationship with, which was the reports today. Who was Darlington? He said, this was the tweet today. Check this out, Marcos. Jeff Darlington tweeted, hold on. Looking, buffering.
That Darlington, man. Why does he tweet so much?
Here we go. McDaniel and Fangio have a really good relationship. I always saw this pairing as an eventual likelihood, and it could have happened last year when Mike first got the job, but Fangio had a lot of interest elsewhere. But Fangio has a lot of interest elsewhere now. We'll see if Mike can close him. So
this guy just LeBron us.
What do you mean?
That he always saw this coming. Did he say, oh my God, I saw this a long time ago?
He says he saw it. You doubting Jeff Darlington?
No, fine.
So I think that's the name everybody wants. He's got the cachet. Everybody likes like a Fangio, a Fangio defense. They got some other guy, Chris Richard, as an assistant from the Saints, and then I think Sean Desai is another guy. He worked under Fangio. He was defense coordinator for the Bears and for the Seahawks. But, they're younger. They're like in their, early 40s. One guy's 40. Fangio's 65. He's a lot older for an NFL coach these days, especially when you got the whiz kid there in Mike McDaniel. But if they have a good relationship, he probably likes his quirkiness. He goes, that McDaniel, what a rascal.
And that's cool, man. I kind of want my defensive coordinator to be old and ornery a little bit. I do kind of want him to be a little angry. I
can see it, yeah. I want a defensive coordinator to be a glass chewer, much like the best players on defense. It's like, what do you got in your bowl there today, Fangs? Glass, just glass and cornflakes, dude. Excellent.
Solid.
Mike McDaniel, he's a snack time guy. He's going to be. I picture Mike McDaniel eating much like J-Fig did the other day with that baby food pouch that she had.
Yeah, what was
that? I mean, what
I'm
was
a big
that?
snack time guy.
J-Fig was here. She had like something that was basically Gerber in a Ziploc pouch with a spout.
I think we can agree. Anything that comes in a Ziploc pouch with a spout, I don't care if it's meant to be because you're like a mountain climber and whatever the case may be. I don't care. Dude, that's baby food.
Unless Jennifer is going and she's going to the moon. I don't know why she needs food like that, because she doesn't sit in a high chair and she's not an astronaut. So why she was drinking out of that smoothie pouch was strange. But I could picture Mike McDaniel eating out of that thing.
For sure. He has a couple because he likes the efficiency of it.
Right. He just got to move on. You know, it's basically smoothie pouches and M&Ms. Yeah. That's what I picture his diet being like.
Yeah.
But Fangio, glass, dude.
Just glass.
And he's like, well, why eating that glass there, Fangs? I got to get my fiber up. That makes sense. Because that's how he clears the system, just with shards of glass through the digestive system. And you want to know what that leads to? Great defense.
Old school defense.
Great defense, you know. And why wouldn't you want this job? Look, if you are Fangs, right? Yeah. Look at the talent all over this place, right? You got Christian Wilkins.
Fangs? Have we agreed on Fangs already?
That's his nickname, dude. What do you mean I agreeing to? Yeah, you want to know why?
I would say it's a cool name, yeah.
Because he's a defensive vampire. He sucks the life out of the offense. That's why. He gets on there. It's like True Blood, dude. When Fangs gets in you, he gets it. He gets gets the fangs in you. You know, he's like a defensive viper. That's what he does.
I don't like these sound effects, but I get it.
You know?
No, I don't see that anywhere.
Oh, J-Fig, they call you Fangs?
Do they? They used to call me Fangs?
Yeah,
wow.
I guess so. Maybe that's why. Well, when she lost her fangs, then she had to eat baby food.
That's why she has a baby food?
Yeah. Dejected Dolphin asked for Tobin to never do that again.
Wow, I didn't see the visual behind it. I was too busy Googling before.
You know, it's what he's got going on.
I'm not gonna lie, my fiance hated every time we watched True Blood, and the fangs would make a noise when they came out.
Yeah, like a little like a slap bracelet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like why would they do that?
Yeah,
I don't know. You got to feel it when it comes out. You know,
but if you are like, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna go, Fangs? You gonna go to Carolina? Huh? Is that where you're gonna go? Why don't you come here, dude? You got Wilkins, you got Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hopefully have a healthy X.
Yep.
I don't know about Byron Jones, though. I don't know what the deal is there. I can't promise you anything. But you got a young, promising CB and Cater Kahoo.
Yep.
And, of course, numero uno. Handsome as hell.
Ooh.
A real wild man. Sealer it on up. That's what we got going on, dude. That's what we got going on. So you want to know something?
Yeah.
Vic, here's the real truth of it, coach. I dare you not to take the job.
Okay. Now we're getting bold.
I dare you. No. It's okay.
He'll be listening. Maybe he's listening.
The last thing that you had was, tail between your legs. You left Denver, and everybody was like, okay, that old timer couldn't coach. So you could do that, or you could sit here in Miami. Beautiful. Old people love it down here.
The warmth.
You could sit down here with this defense and all this talent, and you could rebuild a legacy. You could sit here with all this talent. You could do your Vic Fangio stuff, and you could be a genius again. Maybe even one day somebody would say, hey, everyone want a 70-year-old head coach?
Wow. I mean, it's happened before.
Probably not. It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably going to be the last kick that you got. But either way,
okay.
But either way, wouldn't you want to retire into the sunset as a legend?
Yeah.
Because Vic Coach is not going anywhere. All right. New Don Shula. So wouldn't you want to go down as a legend, Vic? Can I call you coach? How does that sound for size? Why don't you try this over here? Come on over here. Let me give you a little shoulder rub. Let me see how you like it down here.
Okay.
Can I get you some sparkling water? Garfinkel?
No.
Can you bring him over something? Can we give him some merch? Why don't you try that Dolphins polo on for size, Vic? Was he a visor guy or a hat guy? I feel like he was a hat guy. Why don't you, put it right on there for him? You call from the booth. You're going to call from the sideline, whatever it may be, Vic. We got it together. So please,
he's a hat guy.
So please do me a favor, Fangs. Why don't you cut your teeth somewhere new instead of being thought of a place where you were that guy who was actually a little bit too long in the tooth?
Whoa! Ah! Damn!
I dare you, dude.
For Tobin!
I'm telling you right now, Vic Fangio, I dare you to turn down the job. I'll go to the Young Bucks. All right.
Yep.
I'll go get younger Vic Fangio. This is on you.
Yeah.
All right. As we say, time's running out. All right. Time is running out.
I'm sold.
Resub TV says, I literally heard Leroy sigh when he called McDaniel Mini Don Shula. It's a problem.
Is he not?
I feel like Leroy's sighing for a different reason today. And that being his bone is hurt.
Yeah. Tough guy. Feel bad, man. Got to get that guy like adamantium or something in his bones.
Wax Attack says, if Tobin broke the news of if we broke the news of Fangio, you'd be making whale sounds. Oh, agreed. It is a whale of a defensive coordinator. All I'm saying is, I dare you not to take the Dolphins job. Okay? Because if you're gonna take another job instead of the Dolphins job, I got just a question for you, Vic. What are you doing?
Yeah. Based off personnel, prior relationship,
I think really the question is, I think Vic Fangio I think the Dolphins should be, he should really be sitting there saying, what could I do? What can we do for you, Vic? How about rebuild you? How about that? Christian Wilkins. Love it.
Yep.
I think that should just be well, I don't know. I got to go interview with the Commanders. Oh, you do? How about this? Just a photo of Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
And Zach Sealer together. Just actually their forearms. Like this. Like Predator. Shaking each other's arms.
Yeah. Perfect.
How could Vic say no to that?
Is that the best handshake ever?
Of course it is. Like Vikings.
Yeah.
Just
honoring that handshake.
Just honoring that handshake. Unless you're scared. Are you scared, Vic? What's the problem? You scared of Mac Jones? You don't think you can go out there and embarrass Zach Wilson or Josh Allen?
Broken Josh Allen.
Too challenging for you? Josh Allen, who has his quarterback, his star wide receiver yelling at his face?
You
let me know. You let me know. But this offer runs out, dude. All right. Time's a ticking. You should know. You're old as hell. Time is a ticking. What is that?
Sometimes, like throughout this whole process, you like throw some shots at him. Then I'm not sure.
No. Well, you can't seem too desperate, Marcos. I don't want him thinking, please, Vic, we really need you.
Yeah,
which we do. Yeah. We do need. We just. Yeah, we do. But you can't seem too desperate.
All right. You called him a coward at one point. Do you want to be a coward and run between? Or your tail between your legs, or
we want to fix you.
Yeah. All right. Look, we've been pretty good though. You got to give us credit. We had rumblings during the season of Jeff Wilson.
Yep.
And we made that happen. There was rumblings of Bradley Chubb. We made that happen. Tyreek in the offseason. Teron Armstead. We've been making splash after splash. So I got faith in us. Don't let him leave.
Hey, Vic. Don't lose. Don't you walk into that interview today and you lose this job, all right? It's right there for you. You want the gig. McDaniel wants you to have the gig. Let's make this work. I feel like this could be a marriage made in heaven. One of those short marriages where like a sugar baby, marries a really old guy just for his money, which is what we're doing here, kind of. We're just using you for your defensive genius. But
who walked on the moon first? Is it Buzz Aldrin? I think.
No, Neil Armstrong, dude.
No way, dude. Who's Buzz then? Was he there at least?
I think Buzz was number 2.
Okay, fine. One of those guys is 93 years old and just got married.
Did he really?
He did, to his 60-year-old wife.
Oh, that's kind of sweet, but also perverse.
Yeah, a little strange. But yeah, man,
imagine marrying. I mean, he's just marrying her. Generations have passed.
Man, let me see.
No one's gonna try and cancel him though.
No way, dude. He's a national hero.
To Jeff Darlington. I didn't know Jeff Darlington was on with Joe Rose earlier today.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
and he was speaking on the Vic Fangio hiring or potential hiring. So, Marco, do you have that, or we need a couple minutes, Marco? So I got
No,
something
we're all
else.
good. We have
right.
Fangio on his previous Darlington on Fangio and McDaniel's previous relationship, and surprise if the deal doesn't get done.
All right, this is Jeff Darlington earlier today on the Joe Rose Show here on 560 WQAM.
Yeah, they've known each other. And I know there's a very strong mutual respect there. In fact, last year, it was my belief that had they not stuck with their defensive coordinator, that
Coach Boyer,
that Mike McDaniel would have targeted and likely landed Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinators.
Huh. All right. How about that?
Wow. That wasn't even on our radar, though. Like, obviously, McDaniel has a higher offensive. Everyone was worried about the run game, Tyreek Hill, and stuff like that. And I think everyone was comfortable.
Just
Just
very
leaving
distracted by
defense
having all the speed and the stars.
Exactly.
And I kind of got the idea. I didn't think it was a terrible idea to have Josh Boyer stick around, because I get it. Like, you were happy with the defense. You felt like if you fix the offense with that defense sticking the way that it was, that's why they basically kept everybody intact and all that. I got the idea. But obviously, if you're this coaching, we see this. Relationships are very important. These guys like to be with people that are comfortable, that they're comfortable with. I think it does make for a better working environment. And so, yeah, I think, Mike McDaniel got that kind of cachet this year, that credentials to say, hey, I want to make some changes. And I think they're okay with it. I think clearly that goes to the spot where he is trying to get his guy. Is that it from Darlington, or do we have one more from him?
One more from Darlington.
This was him today on the Joe Rose Show.
I don't want to go too far here, but I would be surprised, honestly, at this point if that might be going too far. But I just think that I think there's a decent likelihood that this could happen.
Wow, you rascal, Darlington! Look at you. This it's like he has a secret he wants to tell.
For sure.
It might be going too far, but I think we're getting fangs.
I mean, Darlington knows some things. Apparently, he knew some stuff we weren't aware of. So
listen, he's been plugged. He's a longtime reporter. He's been plugged in with the Dolphins forever. So makes a lot of sense. And if there's a relationship there, certainly could be cool. Did you see this though? How about this? So, Jordan Poyer, really good safety for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know if anybody else saw this. I know the Dolphins Twitter was kind of getting giddy about this.
Yeah.
But Jordan Poyer apparently liked to comment, and this is how this is boots on the gram. This is how we do free agency, all right?
For sure.
There was a comment on his Instagram that was, "We need you in Miami. Pair you with Javon Holland. Would be crazy." Googly eyes emoji, dolphin emoji. And Jordan Poyer liked that comment. Goosies.
Why would they do that?
Why would he do that?
Yep.
Why would he? Now, is he trying to up the price for the Buffalo Bills as a free agent? Is he trying to say, hey, dum-dums, I played through a lot of injuries this year. Yeah. And you guys didn't have, the games you were out, you weren't so good. And is he thinking to himself, you know what? Maybe I like what's going on over there. Maybe Poyer's trying to drive with the person, or maybe, what? He realizes the window be closing in Buffalo. Maybe. I don't know. Everybody says that dude's the heart and soul of that defense.
Yeah,
heart and soul. And they're gonna lose even more parts of that defense. That defense is gonna get picked apart this year. Really is. So I liked it all theoretically. I like Brandon Jones and I like his pairing with Javon Holland.
That's what I was gonna ask.
I also really like weakening the Bills. I really like that. I like that. It's a lot like, what it reminds me of? It reminds me when the Heat took PJ Tucker off the Bucks. Like, just it's not only getting the guy, and simultaneously PJ Tucker going to the Sixers, right? Like, it's not only getting better, but it's making your opponent weaker, which I like. And it could be, listen, could be nothing. Could be him just doing a little leverage play. That could be definitely true. Jordan Poyer could be playing head games, trying to get his fan base all riled up. Although I did think his brother was also on Twitter, and
yes,
I think it's his brother, and he was saying something to the effect of, "I may have to apologize for a lot of the things that I've said to the fan base." Which, listen, I appreciate a willingness to answer for your crimes. That's appreciated, Jordan Poyer's brother. Now the big thing we need to have like Javon Holland and Poyer, maybe at like at like the Las Olas Cheesecake Factory or something like that. Then we got some smoke going on.
There you go.
All of a sudden,
they're having meals together. Come on now.
Listen, you don't Toyer with Poyer. That's what they say, dude.
What?
That's what they say.
Nope.
And so what do you
-1.
No one says that. No one.
We're gonna say that, dude. We're gonna be saying you don't Toyer with Poyer.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at Brandon Jones's contract here and what his cap hit would be. He still seems to be in his like preliminary rookie deal.
Yeah, he hasn't played that long. He's probably cheap as hell.
Yeah, I think he's making like $1 million next year or something like that. Is there any way we can secure all three of these excellent safeties?
Dade South says, "Bye Boyer, hello Poyer."
Ooh, now see now
that
we're
gets
thinking.
a point.
Now we're thinking.
Get a point.
Oh, wait.
Twitcher.
Ridiculous.
That's good.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. It's not like they have to get rid of Brandon Jones if they get Poyer. I'm sure they can find another role. Like he has.
Yeah.
He also has he's like taken, like he has a particular set of skills, especially with blitzing, that I don't feel like ever goes away. And I feel like they could find a need for him. Plus, listen, dude, we saw this year, just because you think you have a good secondary or a deep secondary, I think we've learned this year, you never have enough.
Never enough.
Never have enough help with secondary.
Yep.
In this league, never enough.
Nick Needham, I think, should possibly be returning as well. So that adds some depth. And, Kader Kohu proved to be a formidable corner. And Noah Igbenogany won a game. I'll never forget. He won that game.
He did win a game. I mean,
he did.
That's not arguable. He did win a game this year. That did happen.
Yep.
But, I mean, he's also, I think he was inactive for like half the games.
Yeah, there's that.
Has there ever been a person to seal a game but been that inactive?
Yeah, before he, his career started, Malcolm Butler, when he got that was it? He got the Super Bowl pick, didn't he?
Yeah,
I don't remember anything prior to that ever hearing his name at all.
I don't know, but that's one of these things where
we had one. Man, and he was a longtime Dolphin as well, special teams player. He won a game. He did the shark thing. Number 31. This is gonna haunt me, but I'll get back to you on that for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
I will get back to you on that.
I think you've gone with two things that are not true.
Michael Thomas. Was that his name?
Oh, yeah, I remember Michael. Yeah, Michael Thomas had the pick on Brady.
You see?
I do remember that. He wasn't like an active, though. He was like a veteran.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this one was interesting, man. But you can never take that away, man. No one won a game this year.
He did win a game, and we appreciate you for that. Hit the bricks.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Do they pick up
his?
They I wonder if they pick up his option, because this is what
this year.
They would. This is 3 years in, so this would be his 4th year. So I would say they're probably going to decline that option.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to get that. I don't even know if at 31 you get an option, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
which is also one of these things. I don't believe in the salary cap. People
True.
are like, how are we going to afford Saquon Barkley and Jordan Poyer? I don't know, dude. All right. All I know is they're the favorite to get Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules. Vegas does. And so if they say they're the favorite, that means it can happen. Because I would feel like Vegas would know, taking bets, well, the Dolphins can't afford him. But I think they also know that the salary cap is crap. And I'm pretty sure that we're at the point where Stephen Ross is ready to go full LA Rams, which is I will spend all of the money and use every pick that we have for a decade as long as I can hold a Super Bowl trophy. I'm pretty sure we're at that point with Stephen Ross. With his age, with how much he wants to win, he'll take some time in cap hell. He don't care. He just wants to get to the top. We'll figure it out. Figure it out.
The name the other day that really intrigues me, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely.
I'll take that.
That would be cool too. That would be cool too.
Saquon.
I just want more stars. That's
I like stars, man.
I like stars.
You really do like stars.
Stars are fun. It's fun having all these. It's fun having all the stars. We'll take a break. Little interesting thing happened yesterday. The Marlins owner is lashing out with a denial that I don't think anybody was really asking for. That's next.
Yeah.